we've thought about trauma from different fields.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the lens through the psychological lens, or I'm taking it even from the nutritional lens, or I'm taking it through how it's like stuck from a very manual perspective. Um, and, you know, and there's a reason for that, is because a long time ago, there was a split in the conception of that, this holistic concept that it is all one process and manifestation. And we created careers based on that. So we have psychologists, and we have osteopaths or body workers, and we have nutritionists, and we have social workers, and we have all of these different sort of sections. And, part of what drove me was the fact that I was like, no matter what degree I got, it never felt like enough. When I worked in community psychology or community therapy, I was like, okay, I'm doing the work in community, but I'm missing this other piece. And then as an osteopath, I never felt like I had enough of the psychological lens. And as a psychologist, I was like, where's the body?
Right.
Wait, were we just ignoring this whole thing here? That is part of this whole thing called the mind. And so I kept studying as a desire not to necessarily just know more, but to try to put back that sense of a holistic experience of our whole being, because trauma is an interruption in that sense of holism. So to approach it from an already fragmented perspective, which is psychology or osteopathy, isn't really going to give us a complete sense of healing.
Right.
Sorry, it's not. It's just not. Right. Because where there are so many doorways into the same trauma, and just trying to knock on the door, or just trying to knock on one door, will get you some area of processing and healing, but there might be very nonverbal movement processes. There might be, in relation to that trauma, a real deprivation of a nutritional supplement or a process of something that's not being absorbed, like vitamin D, for example. And so, there isn't really. I wish there was a career path where we learned all of that. It would probably, I've been in school 20 years, 15 years. So it would take a really long time.
Right.
But I'm a steadfast believer that it really needs to be this holistic approach. There needs to be movement and body work. I want to take away the word need. It would be opportune for everyone to have the experience of manual or body work, of movement work, of nutritional work, of body-oriented talk therapy, of just a sense of reintegration into spirituality or social community connection, because all of those are part of us. I'll say it again, trauma is where that sense of holism has been fragmented.
This is Lynn Fraser with the Radical Recovery Summit, airing January 13th to 22nd, 2023. Please go to radicalrecoverysummit.com to view the clips and the interviews.